Okay. Hi, I'm Jay. So, I'm 22, coming from Mauritius. I'm an international student at Loughborough. I've been into powerlifting for about, I think, almost 2 years now. So it's been quite the journey. I got into lifting properly, regularly around 2021, I'd say. So I'm just hoping to become one of the best powerlifters in the world in a few years. So hopefully I can look back on that video and say I made it.
Even when you come into the gym, you just look around, you see Jay always smiling, always working hard though, he's a guy you can chat to. He also gets his head down and gets dialed in when he needs to. This prep is completely different to the prep that Jay did before. I mean, Jay is a completely different lifter, He went from completely overshooting all his RPEs in his last block to listening to Max's coach, spot on with everything.
My childhood was very basic. I mean, very different maybe from someone coming from England, because I lived in Mauritius my whole life, which is a small country in Africa, a small island. So it was just I went to French school also, because my first language is French. But I was a bit into sport. I loved sprinting and football, but I was never really great at it. I can't lie. I tried many sports, but me being short also limited the option of basketball and volleyball and stuff like that. It is what it is. But then I started getting into calisthenics around 15. Which was bodyweight training, so muscle ups, just front lever, just human flag. Maybe that one people would know. I used to love it, but the reason I got into that is just for girls, to be honest. I was skinny, I was very skinny. So I was okay, I'll just try and bulk up a bit. I gained quite a bit of weight back then. But I've had a very normal childhood, two lovely parents. And then, in Mauritius, which is quite special, I guess, I don't really know.
When did you transition from calisthenics to powerlifting?
So that would be around when I was 18. So when I came to uni, I kind of got bored of calisthenics, and then I thought I needed to be bigger, stronger, and I just felt like I needed to just be a stronger person. I didn't feel like I was strong at all, because bodyweight training can, from my opinion, obviously everyone's opinion differ, but I think it could only take me to a certain point of strength. I just kept seeing also videos online of like strong people, and I just wanted to be one of them. So yeah.
Did you feel you needed more of a challenge?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, in a way, or it's just something different, I guess. Yeah, because also there was not a big calisthenics community here. No one really was that I knew was really training calisthenics. Whilst gym, most people just go gym and train, and powerlifting oriented, there was a team for it also. So maybe also the AU powerlifting was kind of something that I had a clear goal set in mind that I could see me getting in a team. That was my goal for the first 2 years of uni, to be fair. So I'd say just more of needing a change and needing a set goal of joining the AU team, which at the time I thought was so hard, and now I'm in it, so it's quite nice. I was always just out and about playing some sport. I played in a football club. I think I said that, but I was so shit that I was in the third team, and my dad once came to watch my first game in the third team, and he didn't know I was in the third team because I was I'm so good at football. I didn't want my dad to be disappointed in me, kind of thing. And he came to watch me, and he saw I was in the third team. And my dad was a very honest, brutally honest guy. And he saw I was in the third team, and then he was you're in the third team? And he was starting taking a piss with me. So I got a bit angry, and I was okay, I'll show you. There was a game. It was a tournament. And we got destroyed 7-0. And I was defender. So that's my job. I think if you're in a team, you just you have to rely on other people, and it's not the whole pressure is on you. Whilst powerlifting is, if something goes wrong, it's all on me here. But in a way, with the powerlifting team, I don't feel like I'm on my own. It's like a group of people that just help each other. There's loads of banter and like maybe a bit of toxicity, like as in every sport, I guess. But in the powerlifting team in Loughborough, I really feel like supported. Like all my friends are like every top lift that I got throughout the week, I know that in the gym, one of my friends will be there like screaming and supporting me and like helping me spot the lift, which is really important also for safety. So I think it's a bit different, but at the end of the day, powerlifting is just like a group sport, especially at uni, because it's Bucks, right? You're representing your uni, so you want everyone in your team to do the best so that your uni wins. So it's kind of like a team sport at the end of the day. So now I'm kind of like on the top for my weight class, like in terms of body weight. Like I'm sitting around 75 kilos, and my weight class is under 74. So I literally can't be eating too much now. So it's a bit annoying. I do wake up sometimes hungry. So that's food-wise definitely hinders it. But I don't really mind because if I want to be competitive at that weight class, I gotta stay at this weight class. So it just makes sense. It's a bit of sacrifice. Other than that is the commitment, the consistency to going to the gym 3-4 hours, 4-5 times a week. That just takes a lot on your life, especially when you got exams, you got other commitment with family, friends, and just other stuff you want to do with your social life, you know. It's really hard to juggle with it. I've been struggling a little bit, but you get used to it and you just know how to move things around. You also got like not drink realistically. I mean, you can, but it's not great for you training, obviously. So I don't drink that much these days. I don't care, to be fair now. Maybe first and second year me would have cared a bit more. But now I don't even really like clubbing anymore, so it's not that deep for me. I can enjoy a night without alcohol. Well, I kind of mix it a bit, you know, like for me, I see going to the gym as having a social time also, because there's like 25 other people in the gym at the same time that I know that are my friends, so I just talk with them. So that's very socializing for me. A lot of people that I know right now I've met through the gym, so it's kind of mixing both and make it as one. But also, you gotta set time apart. Like this is where I'm gonna go out and see some friends, and this is where I'm gonna gym and not socialize so much. It's just every big sport's you gotta have to sacrifice some stuff. So at the end of the day, it's up to you how to do that.
Powerlifting or gym in general is like an escape route from reality, you know. Whether that be normal lifting or when you're hitting a PB, you know, the emotions that you can feel when you do that is crazy. It's unrivaled, honestly.
Crazy!
I also think that gym has helped me become more of a routine person, you know. Always having to eat at certain times, so it helps my performance in training. Having to train at certain times, you know, it just allows me to be more routine in life, and it's helped me, you know, structure everything in my life. Give me a lot more sort of discipline. I think that's the main thing. I come into the gym 5 days a week, train, go home. It's given me like a sort of routine, especially at uni. I think it's hard. I see a lot of people that, I don't know, their uni lives just kind of fall to pieces, and I don't think it's good. So yeah, definitely, 100%. It takes a lot of mental load off being in the gym, because it's like a decent chunk of my day as well. So yeah, that's mainly it.
That's one also big thing is stress management, because your body is placed under a lot of stress, and you can also stress yourself a lot through like, oh, I'm gonna hit this number whenever, and it all becomes very stressful if on top you've got exams, courseworks, other family problems and stuff like that, it's really important to keep your mental health at first and just focus on yourself. For that, I just like meditate like 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, and just make sure I'm like as healthy in my mind as possible and not try and like overthink stuff. I overthink a lot of stuff, it's so bad. Like at the beginning of this month, so I went back to Mauritius, for example, and it's always hard for me because obviously my dad passed away and it was like the third time I went back. So home doesn't really feel like home for me anymore. So it was like really stressful. Like I slept like, so I tracked my sleep. And then from the time I went back home for 2 weeks, I slept like 4 to 6 hours every night there. And that's not healthy at all. And it reflected on my training. My training started going really badly again. But it's because it was a very stressful environment for me, just being back home and just thinking about my dad and stuff and everything changing up, you know. So I think and then when I came back, I was feeling rough, but then I focused on a few weeks. I was like, I know things are gonna get better. So I just focused on just feeling better first, and then my training is now back to like, I've never been that strong again a month later after feeling at my weakest, you know? So it shows how much your mind can impact everything lifting-wise or your life-wise. So for me, my most important is just stay in a healthy mind and just like try and not stress over stuff, basically, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely like a serious undertone to it. Like he definitely changed a lot after that experience. He went from, it's a bit harsh to say, but he went from being too cocky to then just being like he knew what the sport's about. But that's what happens in powerlifting. When people start, they think they can do more than they actually can, especially in the first couple of competitions they do. But yeah, it was a good learning curve for him, I think. No comment. No, it wasn't a big ego, but it definitely was less of an ego after Bucks.
Like about the ego stuff that everyone's been talking about, unfortunately for me. So like to bring a bit of the backstory, so second year I trialed for the team, I didn't get in. I was like the weakest in the trial. And then on my placement year, the year later, I got in and everyone was like kind of like gassing me up a bit too much. So it got to my ego because like my number was like improved so much in the span of a year. So they were all like, oh, maybe you can be like, you can win Bucks or like stuff like that. And it just got to my head because I was never actually very good at one sport before. And me actually becoming good at one sport, it just literally just went to my head. So I had a quite big ego for last year till Bucks, where I got severely humbled. I completely failed my prep. I was aiming for top 3, I came 7th. I totaled 10 kilos less than what I did 4 months before that. So it was like a major setback, but an experience to be had. My ego needed to be destroyed, and I'm really happy that it was destroyed. Because this year now, I view things so differently. It relates back to what I was saying earlier, where like, what matters is not what others do, it's what you do, and just focus on yourself. So I just lost the ego. Like, obviously, there's still be a rivalry with like George, for example. I think someone was talking about that. We still have banter and chat with each other, like. But I think that's fun. But I don't really like deep it as I used to before. So let's say if he lifts more than me this week, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I lift 2.5 kilo. Like, this is not me anymore. Maybe me 6-7 months ago would have done it, and that's where the issue was. I'm not gonna do that anymore. So I'm quite happy that I can say I had a massive ego. Now it's been destroyed. I have no ego anymore. I just want to do my best. So yeah, that's it.
I get short-tempered, don't talk, pay me. Turn to the dark side if my days ever get rainy. Dreamy, never not maybe. Yeah, I roll with Jamie. And I know Sadie, Hershey's a cool young lady. Back to the way I live daily. Had bed no, but that didn't change me. Plus I got a daughter, newborn child, but her name ain't Amy. I ain't got a winning the Bruce Scar project, but I'm getting one, so stay away from me. I'll spray 3/8 and I'm not even crazy, not even lately. Feel so calm, so you can't irate me. While that one don't know where to take me. Take cat cruise on a daily. I said I take cat cruise on a daily standard. I've done the dance more than your whole gang.
I thought I would win it because I knew about the competition and stuff. So like, not saying like, I think so highly of myself, but it's numbers in powerlifting. So at the end of the day, I knew I was gonna have a great day, basically, because my numbers were like going crazy compared to what I had done previously, like 6 months before. So I was feeling very confident, but then I felt like quite a lot of pressure having like YouTube camera guys like following me around in the gym. And like, I could hear also like rumors around the powerlifting team saying, oh, Jay's got a documentary, oh, like, this is crazy. And I was like, I don't know how I got that. I don't know if I deserve this, but like, I'm just gonna try my best and just like show up, you know? So it was quite a lot of pressure. It was also loads of my friends that hadn't come watch my previous competitions come to watch for the first time. So I was like, I wanted to show them how cool I am, like how strong the powerlifting community is, how nice it is. So it was quite a lot of pressure, but I think I handled it pretty well apart from not eating. So I was feeling very confident, to be fair. But as for every big competition, you just have a bit of nerves. But after the first squat, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a good day, yeah. It turns out it was an alright day because of my final deadlift where I almost passed out. But I'm still happy about the day. Like I PR'd like, so like it was a personal record on my total by like 35 kilos, I think, overall on the free lifts. And that's like not my best day ever. And I think I came third overall in the whole competition. I reckon I could have been first, because if I had the numbers I wanted, for example, that last squat also, where they didn't give it to me because I lost balance at the top, even though I did the squat. If it was a perfect day, I think I would have been first there. But it's fine, that's not the end goal. And like, fair play to the others that got first and second. It's sick, you know. I'm not like angry about it at all. I'm just like, I know I could do better, so it's like, I have a high standard for myself, so I know next time what I can do differently to just make it happen, you know? And that's what I want to happen at Bucks.
Yo, check 1, check 2. Wanna rob me? Hold tight you. Open a boot. Whack man up, go home, play Xbox, drink Thai food. Bare waist man wanna diss my tune. Same waist man wanna live in my shoes. See me spitting bare deep bars on YouTube. Now they wanna try to diss me.